Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode here on Camden Farm on Farm Simulator 25. So, we're up here at the new farm again, and we are going to continue with our work. So we are going to go and pick them bales up that are in the grass fields, and then I think we'll get on to doing a bit of seeding after that. But we'll start with picking the bales up and try to get them all out of the field. I think we'll start with the silage bales actually. And I'm trying to think where the best place to put them is. I know I could put them in that shed there, but I prefer to have silage bales kind of outdoors, because then they're out of the way. You know, that shed there, it'd be better using it for the hay and straw, because they need to be sheltered, where the silage bales, they don't need to be sheltered as much. So let's get the gates open, because that is the one thing about this map, all the gates shut when you leave the save game, so you got to reopen them, which is nice because it probably is something you would do, you know. You shut all the gates before you leave the field. I've already been in this field today, that's why this one's open. Start with silage, as I said. Telehandler's there. Nice double gates, makes it easy to get in and out of this long trailer, because it is quite a long trailer. And the fact that I put these bales in twos will make it even easier for us to pick them up. So I think we'll just park it about here. And hopefully this bale stacking won't be too hard today. It is quite nice having that windmill there. Just makes the map feel a bit more alive. Right. But yeah, I think we're going to have to look into buying a telehandler at some point. I know we just spent a ton of money on this land, but a telehandler is a really useful thing for our farm. You know, having one at this farm and then having the loader tractor at the other. Alright. The key to this is nice and slow, otherwise bales just go flying about. There we go. Right, get these two bales, and then we'll get this onto a time lapse to save you having to watch me load all these bales up. That's why I can't wait till the CSZ pack comes out, because even though it's maybe not the most realistic thing, it's got those beautiful auto-load bale grabs, which makes it much easier for us. Ah, that's why. Okay. This trailer's headboard hasn't got any collisions. So that's 4 bales. I think we'll get a decent amount of bales actually on this trailer. So let's get this on a time lapse and I'll see you once we've finished.
With your queen of hearts, when everyone folds, your fork still holds your place in your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. You're playing it cool, bending all the rules, talking way too loud and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Come on. know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, I've got my moves, I've got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, watch me use my witchcraft. I'm gonna use my witchcraft.
There we go. So that is the trailer all stacked up now. And I've got to say it's a fairly heavy load because I've started them 4 high. So I'm gonna have to watch when I'm turning. Otherwise I could tip the whole thing. We don't really want that. So I think the best thing to do is just take it easy and slow and not take big turns. And we'll eventually get there. Plus this tractor's going to struggle a bit because, as I said, it's a lot of weight behind this. There's probably about 50 bales. I mean, I normally wouldn't put this many bales behind the tractor, but because we're not going on the roads, I'm not so bothered because it's just around the farmyard. Right, let's not do that. Let's make a wee turn around here, so don't tip this whole trailer. I still have these bales to pick up, but I might do them a bit later. I probably should have done them first actually, because they're hay. But anyways, so I have decided actually, even though after saying I wasn't going to put them in that shed and all that, I actually am going to put them in there because we're going to get a ton of silage. A lot more silage is going to come, so we want to make sure we've got plenty of space for that. There we go. Right. Yeah, as you can see, it's really weighed down. To be fair, this tractor's handling it pretty well, because each bale weighs about 600 kg and there's 50 odd bales here, so yeah, a lot of weight. Let's see. There we go. That's all them bales in there now, so let's have a look. It'll tell me how many bales we've got stored. Where's our menu? Here it is. Let's see. Well, it says 152 bales, but that'll be because of the other bales shed at the other farm. So that'll be why. Another thing actually I was just thinking about while I was driving by that field is we'll need to get some slurry maybe on it, because I don't really want to be putting fertilizer down, because it is quite expensive. Even though we've got some fertilizer, we want to save as much of it as possible. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and get another field seeded. I think we'll just put barley in again, and we will see how it goes. And this one won't need any fertilizer as well, because it seems like the farmer before has put a ton of fertilizer on the fields, so they're all perfect. And the same with the lime and all that, and he's also de-stoned them, so it's lovely soil. Right, let's get in here. Get this unfolding, and we'll shut the gate behind us just to make it easier. And let's get this all set up. So I think we'll do barley again, just then we'll have plenty of... no, let's do something different. I think we'll do wheat actually in this one. Yeah, let's do wheat because it just means we'll have many different types of crops. So we'll have oilseed rape, barley and wheat. Which reminds me, we need to actually get down to the oilseed rape field at some point and get some fertilizer on it and weed it as well because there's some small weeds growing. So we'll need to use our weeder to remove all of them, but we can easily do that. And it doesn't really take long because our weeder goes at a really good speed of 15 miles an hour, I think it is. So it shouldn't take us too long. Oh, another thing that I did off camera was I brought the rollers up to this farm so we can get this all rolled in. So I think after we've seeded all this, that'll be the next job. Right, let's get lined up. There we go. So we'll try to do the first adland, and then I think I'll get this onto a montage. But it'll be interesting to see how much money we make out of these fields. So I think that's the one thing I'll do is I'll add up how much we make from each field. Because I normally don't really look at it too much, you know, I kind of just get the money in the bank and then go and buy next year's fertilizer and seeds. But it'll be interesting to see how much profit we can make. I've been actually was also talking to the dealership when I was buying the seeder, and they were saying they'd be willing to give me a demo combine and tractor at some point. It'd be a case combine and whatever tractor brand I fancy, they would happily supply me. They said if I wanted to use it for more than a certain amount of time, I would have to pay a charge on it, so there might be a bit of money that goes out our bank here and there from those two things if we ever do get around to them. I think the combine we're more likely to do, because our tractor has got decent power already, so we don't need to worry too much about getting a bigger tractor quite yet. But it is definitely something I want to look into doing in the future, because I really do want to expand this farm to be quite a big farm, you know, buy a lot more land than we own, because this farm is only about 200 acres at the minute. I would like to expand it to about 400 or 500. Which of course in real life that's probably not very much nowadays, you know, 400 or 500 acres. Most farms are 1,000 plus, but because we're in a game, trying to manage 1,000 acres would be quite a job. You know, that'd be this whole map. I think I worked it out, it would be the whole map. And that'd be quite a job to do just by yourself. But anyways, let's get these lights all turned off, and I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll see you once we're finished.
Who am I to say what you should want and what you should need? Who am I to say for what your heart should bleed? No, no, I can only tell you about me, so listen now. The night falls down, a new day breaks. The world goes round in its tracks again. While I wait for a bigger shake, I want a heartquake, my friend.
Wheat now, so I think the next job we'll do is get onto the roll-in, just get it done. And then I think after that we'll just go down to our other field, the oilseed rape field, and get all the weeds pulled out of that. Because it's not great having the weeds in there, and we also need to get some fertilizer on that field as well, because there's no fertilizer at all on it. So that means right now that yield is nowhere near being great, so we definitely need to improve. But I think we'll use this tractor for the roll-in, and we'll start with the field that we did in the last episode. Right, we'll just park the seeder in this shed for now. I tend to like to unfold it, just so I can get into all the spots to clean it. I do need to get a pressure washer at some point as well. There we go. Right. And let's get hooked up to the rollers. We need to clean these at some point as well. It just shows you when you've not got a pressure washer, things do get dirty pretty quick. So yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to do this field because it is a 12-meter roller and I think it goes about 9 miles an hour. Right, let's get these gates shut and then we'll get cracking with this. And then at least this field will be fully yielding. There we go. Right, let's get this rolled. I think I'll just do both fields in one montage, so I'll see you once we're finished.
Left the big city for the simple country life. Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground come the sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star.
Fields at the fullest yield it'll be at, which is perfect for us. But now we really want to be heading down to our oilseed rape field and getting the weeder on the go, because there are some small weeds in it. They're not very big, but we still want to get rid of them, so we can get the best yield possible out of that field. And then we want to put some solid fertilizer on it for now, and then we'll need to put more fertilizer on it when it's in another crop stage, crop growth stage. So I think that's what we'll do now. We'll head down to the other farm, we'll get the weeder picked up, and then we'll head down to the field, and I'll meet you down at the field. So let's get this disconnected, and let's head down to the other farm. Right, so that is us down here at the field now, so let's get our weeder unfolded. It's a pretty good weeder, this. It's a decent width and it goes about 15 miles an hour, so it doesn't really take long to get for a whole field. And we haven't really used the GPS much, so let's see if we can get this to work. There we go. That should be it. There we go. Lovely. It seems to be working. So removing all those weeds, so the crop's looking much better. So what we'll do is we'll crack on with this, and I'll see you once it's finished.
Jump into the car on a Friday
fertilizer spreader parked up in the shed again.
Hey, taking me
Just park it here. Perfect. And I'm not sure if there's anything else we need to do today. Let's have a look at our map. If there's anything important, really. Right. Let's see. So these two fields are fully fertilized. This field only has one coat, but that's understandable because we didn't do it when we seeded it. So when it gets its next growth stage, we will fertilize it again. We've got the grass, which we still need to pick up. So I think that'll be next episode's job. We've got this, which I think we should probably plough up. Because I'm thinking of putting maybe some maize in here and having a bit of fun with a maize harvest. We'll wait and see. Because I could do maybe plough this bit up as well and do maize in this part and this part. So we've got 2 fields of maize. And that'll bring in plenty of silage for our cows, which is what we're needing. We also have this grass field here, which I need to plough up at some point and reseed, so then we can see how much fertilizer and lime and all that sort of stuff it needs. What else do I own? I also own a grass field here, which we need to do the exact same, plough up, and then we can see how much fertilizer and lime needs to go on that field. I haven't really looked at this map much, like at the fields nearby, and get an idea of the prices. So for example, that one's 1 million, 1.4, 563, 818, 1.3, 1 million, 700,000, 645,000. Oh, that's our old field, we don't want to buy that back. 500,000, 800,000, 1.1 million, 400,000. That's not bad actually, but it's 19 acres. 537,000 for 22 acres. Of course, we got this patch up here, which we almost bought. 657,000 for 27 acres. 26 acres is 645,000. We've got this field down here. There's 1 million for 44 acres. I think that might be one field we look at buying at some point. But anyways, we don't have the money for that now because we've still got this loan to pay at some point. But I think for this episode, we're just gonna leave it there. So if you enjoyed this episode, please do like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of this series so far and if you're enjoying it. And if you join any of my socials such as TikTok, Twitch or Discord, they are linked below. And if you'd like to share this video with anyone else, I'd appreciate that as well. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.